Hi, Machismo Eugene. Welcome to yet another video from Exit Strategy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please like, subscribe, and share the video if you think it's helpful to you or someone else. Appreciate it. When we're out and about as awakened empath and chosen ones, we are hyper vigilant now that we are aware that anyone has the propensity to reveal themselves as a narcissist. They have the chances there. And as I said before, we're not trying to talk about walking around acting like a fugitive, being suspicious of everyone and everyone in that sense. But we are saying, as you work to educate and self-validate and vibrate, you want to keep that at the forefront of your mind rather than in the back of your mind. It's like if you're walking through the woods and you know there are rattlesnakes in that particular area of the world that you're at. Quite naturally, you proceed with caution, but yet and still you go through the woods on an excursion nonetheless. So that's what we're talking about. But when you're awakened and you're out and about, you have to be leery of total strangers that try to both befriend you and latch on to you with a friendship. Women, I'm going to speak specifically to you in this instance, but men, it may apply to you too. Women are quick to interact and verbally interact more so than men are. That's just a fact. You know, as a man, I'm more engaging, and I interact with both men and women, regularly because of the business I'm in, and just because I guess I'm just a type of person that I kind of know where I stand in life. There's nobody I meet that's a threat to me. I don't have any enemies that I know of, or quite naturally, we have them. I'm not like running, I'm not ducking and dodging people who have done wrong and that type of thing. So I don't really have those concerns, but obviously we have different concerns that are probably just as great as the ones I just pointed out, especially if you're an empath awakened or an empath in general. When you evolve and you start vibrating in your healing, in the journey, in the awareness of what you are, who you are, dark energy and good energy alike is going to be attracted to you. But most often, dark energy is going to almost break its neck to try to be in your circle. Yep. Dark energy, when they see people that have have a good essence, good aura around you, you damn well better believe they will break their neck because they want to get close to that fire that you have. They want to stay warm by your fire. Women, you often meet each other in, say, the nail salons and different things like that. You chop it up, grocery store, you're in the fruit aisle, vegetable aisle, meat aisle. You just start talking small talk. Before you know it, girls can, in 5 minutes, act as though they have been friends forever. That's the way women seem to be. But awakened empath, chosen ones, female specifically, resist exchanging phone numbers with people you just met. Resist asking them for their phone number off the bat. Use a different form of communication if in fact you're doing a networking or you are doing business transactions. If they ask for your number, say, just take my email. What you're doing is you're putting up a boundary right there. What that will do, it will save you a lot of heartache and pain. Because as you know, a narcissist doesn't want to be told no. But secondly and equally, they don't want, when they ask you for something, if you do it another way, it slights them. It causes them offense. And so what you're doing is you're letting them know right away that you have an apprehension, a healthy apprehension. And most likely they won't dare ask you, why do you want to give me your number? Some of them are as bold, and they'll try to do a mind manipulation on you and say, well, I don't do email, I don't do social media, which is a blatant lie. They're all over social media, a lot of them are. They'll tell you they don't do Facebook, and they got 5 or 6 Facebook accounts going. So resist that and see where that goes, and if that fizzles out, you know you made the right choice, because narcissists, female covert narcissist, is the most dangerous human being known to man, and there are so many women here, content creators, that will agree to that. Most of which are saying the same thing. Just because of that point, they're feminine. They're the feminine gender. A woman can entice equally, or as she can entice quicker than a man. She has a sex appeal that doesn't really take a lot of effort. She can just throw her hair a certain way. A man, he more or less seems to have to do more, and even when he does more, in doing more, he actually turns off a woman a lot of times because he's doing too damn much. And resist that number, exchanging number. And even if it doesn't get to the exchange of numbers, I'm just saying, if someone strikes up a conversation with you, total stranger, some total strangers, at least in the last 2 months, I've had a couple people walk up to me and like, hey, how you doing? Ain't seen you in a while. What does that mean? You ain't seen me in a while. And then I'm looking at them. I didn't say this to them, but kind of paused and looked at them, and I've got a bad memory to some degree, but I'm good with faces. As far as names, I'm bad. So I look, and I almost said, I don't think you know me, but I resisted, and I was able to quickly think and devise a response, and I said, just been doing me, staying low, like that. And I immediately walked away from them over to the register and paid for my items, giving them no kind of attention after that because they were going on to proceed with their checkout. This is one instance. And then as I was leaving, I didn't look back at them, but I'd say, hey, you guys have a good night. And I did that because, again, you don't want to give them emotion. You don't want to let them know that you a sourpuss or you got this attitude and you're not antisocial, but you just have a social stiffness about you. All you're doing is really letting them know, I really don't need no friends. And that's your right. You don't have to be mean, and you don't have to say that specifically straight away. You can give indicators that I'm putting up a boundary, not so much a wall, or a rule or regulation, and this is how I'm going to do it. So you don't really need the friends that you think you do either. And as you guys are leaving these old jobs, quitting old jobs and going to new ones, you know how when we go to a new job, we're excited to some degree, and we're meeting and interacting, and it's just expected. When people walk up to you, you're supposed to reciprocate kindness. Be careful with that too, because in the onset of getting that new job, there are people going to run up to you. They're going to almost break their neck because they want to get close to you to see how much information they can cipher from you. They want to see or siphon from you. They want to see if they can get the beans and the potatoes of who you are. And so move accordingly. It's just the way it has to be. And because you're resonating high now, you're just that much more attractive to low vibrational people. When you were unawares, You didn't walk in the confidence that you walk in now. You may have had confidence, you may have had self-esteem and all that thing, all of that stuff, but you have a strong self-awareness because you're not in that matrix type of thinking anymore, and that's pinnacle to what is the difference. That is the pinnacle difference. You are different than you ever were before. Way different than you thought you were before. I mean, you just might have not moved with a lot of people. You probably just kind of chose to stay in your own little space. But in doing that now, you're doing it for a different set of reasons. You actually know exactly why you're doing it. It ain't just as it was before, like, I don't deal with people. People can be funny, this and that. You knew those things based on your innate nature of being an empath. You knew that that wasn't something that vibrates with or aligns with your vibration. But when you're awakened and aware, everything you do has a specific order and you know exactly why you're doing it. You're not out of tune as to why you're doing it. You're not speculating as to why you're doing what you're doing. You're in your purpose. So that's what I wanted to talk about, guys. Be well. That being said, bless.